All right, so you found a quick review on writing linear functions. And so remember, writing linear functions, it's all about y equals mx plus b. That's your template. That's what you follow. And so from this template, we understand we only need two things. We need the slope and we need the y-intercept. If we have them, we can write the equation of the line. All right, so let's take a look. I'll show you the different possibilities. This first one, we're given the graph. Now, right from the graph, I can read the b value, the y-intercept, and I know the b is 2. And right from the graph, if I can find a clear point, what I mean by that is a place where the line clearly intersects the graphing lines, and there's a clear point. So I'm going to go from, what does it take to go from here to my y-intercept? Well, I go up 2 to positive 2, and I go to the right 3. And now I just found that my slope, remember, the top is the vertical change and the bottom is the horizontal. My slope is 2/3. Well, now I'm ready to write the equation of the line. Y equals, and I'm going to put the 2/3 in for the mx, and then that's a positive 2, so plus b, and there's the equation of that line. What's a second situation? Well, maybe they're going to give you the slope and a point. Now, remember, you can use the point slope formula, or I like to show you just use y equals mx plus b. All right, I know my y value is 5, so I'm going to substitute that in for y. I know my m is negative 2/7. I know my x is 2, so I'm going to solve that. I'm going to sub that in for the x, and then I'm going to solve for b. Okay. So now I do have some fractions to deal with. I have 5 equals negative 4/7 plus b. Add a positive 4/7 to both sides. All right, in fractions, right? No problem. How can you make the bottom be a 7? Multiply it by 7 on the bottom. Wherever you do the bottom, do the same thing at the top. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 4 more is 39/7, right? Add the numerator, put them over the common denominator. Okay. We're ready now. Y equals, what's my m? Negative 2/7. What's my b? Oh, don't forget the x. Negative 2/7 x plus b 39/7. And we just wrote the equation of the line. All right, so what's the third possibility? Third possibility is when they give you 2 points. First off, you got to find your slope. And so you have to know y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Or you can do it the way I showed you. Hey, what does it take to go from a 3 to a negative 1? I'm doing the vertical, right? The top first. And that is down 4. What does it take to go from a 1 to a negative 1? Left 2. What does that reduce down to? My slope is 2. All right, how do you now find the y-intercept? Well, you go back to y equals mx plus b, and you choose one of the points and put in the x and y values. I'll use this first point. So 3 goes in for the y, the m is a 2, 1 goes in for the x, plus b. Okay, add a negative 2 to both sides, and I get b equals 1. Great. I know my two things. I know my y-intercept. I know my slope. I put in the 2 in for the m. I put in the positive 1 for the b. Voila, the equation of the line. Hey, you only need to know two things. Well, you need to know the template, y equals mx plus b, but once you have it, if you know the slope and you know the y-intercept, you can write the equation of the line. And real quickly, if you remember, parallel lines have the same slope. Parallel lines, the same slope, that's ugly. Oh well, going fast here. And perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals. So here's a slope of 2. What would be the perpendicular line? Negative 1/2. Right? Instead of 2 over 1, it's 1 over 2. One's positive, the other's negative. Hey, and what's a perpendicular line to negative 2/7? 7/2 slope, right? So perpendicular lines, the slopes are negative reciprocals. Parallel lines, the slopes are the same. All right, that's it. Quick review.